and thank you for tuning in to Style and Glam Runway TV. I am your girl, Janice Patterson. Now, let me ask you, do you have a dream that would make you pack up and leave everything you have known behind? Well, my guest did. This Pittsburgh native traveled all the way to Nashville to perform on some of the hottest stages. Please help me welcome breakout pop singer Abigail Jerri. How are you, Abigail?
Good. How are you?
I am so good. I'm so glad that we get a chance to actually sit down and talk. We have a lot to talk about.
Yes. Yeah. We're both so busy. We always are like missing each other. It's so
I
great to talk to
know.
you.
Life of a business owner or a brand, it never stops.
No,
And
never.
honestly, you should know more than anybody. Like I said in the intro, you literally had this dream. You left Pittsburgh and traveled to Nashville. Look,
Yeah.
let's get right into that. Most people are like, I can't leave. I can't do this. I can't do that. And you're like, you know what? I'm gonna pick up and go and do this. How was that experience for you?
It's funny because like I always wanted to move to New York City. I have like my grandmother's from Brooklyn. I have cousins in Brooklyn. And I love it there. But I went and I visited New York a lot. And I actually
Yeah.
had like an apartment lined up there.
Oh,
October of 2017. And
wow.
then there was the opportunity of this songwriting retreat in November of 2017 in Nashville.
Yeah.
So I not auditioned, but like submitted to that and got accepted. And I was like, okay, well, let's try that, so it kind of
Yeah.
just like shifted. I sometimes I forget that I had something lined up in New York,
Yeah.
and then it just like shifted to Nashville. It was kind of just like meant to be. I still
Yeah.
love New York, still think about moving there. But yeah, the songwriting retreat is really what got me down here.
Wow. I mean, it's funny because we do think of New York when we think of, artists, fashion, entertainment, right? But what most people don't know is Nashville is a pretty hot spot for arts and musicians, right?
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you go to any restaurant, any bar, anywhere.
Yeah.
I go boxing sometimes. Like everybody is, 99.5% of people are either musicians or like there's somebody that like
Wow.
drives a tour bus. And
Wow.
there's always a conversation like in front of you at the restaurant, behind you and beside you, like about people talking about their next release. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy. At
Wow.
first I was like, is this real? But now I'm just like so used to it,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how long have you been in Nashville? When did you actually leave Pittsburgh to go down to Nashville to move to Nashville?
It was kind of complicated. Like I went back and forth. I came here in November 2017 for the retreat, like I said. But I didn't move here then. I stayed for a few weeks and then I came back to shoot the Bad Girl video.
Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Hey boy, I know you've been missing me. Look what I've done. I guess I wasn't ready for your love. As they say, it wasn't meant to be. 'Cause I'm still learning, I'm still tripping over my own feet.
And then I came back again to Nashville. And so I would say I really moved here like fall of 2018. So it took or summer of 2018, but I was here a lot before then.
Recently, you have launched another song. Well, actually, you had several songs in between there, but you have launched another video to your song Mind. What was the inspiration behind that?
So the song, I don't know if you've heard of Justine Skye and
I have,
Susan.
yes.
Yeah,
She's another breakout singer.
yeah, she's so great. Like I was like listening to her and I was like, oh my God, I just love this whole vibe. And it just seems like she's just so real, like she doesn't
Yeah.
filter anything. So I mean, not that I've been filtering anything,
Yeah.
bad girl, but like, I really wanted to get into more soul music, soul pop music. And I feel like that's where mine is, like the direction I'm going. And it's just from the heart. It's just like talking about hustling and like, you know, working and it's just like, I just want to come home and relax, and you forget about, you know, that it's so important to take a break sometimes. And
That's
it's
true.
people say, society just like go, 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 go. And it's like you're wasting time and you're wasting your mind when you're taking a break. But I'm like, okay, well, let's waste some time and let's waste my mind, like just taking a break and relaxing, maybe with, you know, the person that I love or myself, and like work on loving myself. And it could go either or. It's kind of just a self-love / love song to relax to, you know?
I love the song. I'm not going to say too much. Actually, we will play it on our website as well. So you guys got to stay tuned for that. But it is sultry. You know, it is as pop, but it's sultry. It's really a nice, like you said, just take your mind off of stuff. I mean, especially now, right? We need something to take our minds off this craziness.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I love it. So let me ask you now, like I said, we've mentioned 2 videos now. You moved, you've been literally performing on as many stages as we can count, right? What made you get into the entertainment business?
When I think I just knew that it's always what I wanted to do. When I was like 3 or 4, I just started singing ever since I could talk. And one time, pretty much, and one time my grandmother was, you know, babysitting me, and my aunt has a furniture store, Potomac Furniture, and my grandma would always sing "You Are My Sunshine" to me.
Aww.
So like,
That sounds so cute.
yeah. So she called the furniture store and put me on the loudspeaker singing
Oh,
"You
wow.
Are My Sunshine." Yeah, when I was like 3. And then also my dad loves like Aerosmith and Journey. Like I'm influenced by them, and like Cyndi Lauper.
Wow. Some of the
So
greats.
yeah, so I sang "Crying" for my preschool show and tell when I was
Oh,
4, like for show and tell.
wow. You said at the age of 4?
Yeah, in preschool.
Wow.
So I just always knew that it was what I wanted to do. But like, as far as really getting into it and breaking into it, I was just like told my dad all the time, okay, I want to do this. I want to do this.
Yeah.
Let's find a recording studio. So I recorded my first song when I was 14, like at a recording studio in Mount Lebanon called Sound Color
Wow.
Productions. And I just like did musicals growing up at the Gemini Theater.
Yeah.
When I was
Wow.
like 8 or 9. So yeah, I mean, I got into musicals. I took some voice lessons like when I was younger. That's how I started. And I got into acting a little bit. What happened with the acting was that I went to Center for Theater Arts in Mount Lebanon, and their voice class was full at the time,
Oh, okay.
but they
Wow.
said their acting class was open. So I got into acting that way, you know, and I actually love acting too. And it helps with the, you know, music videos and
Oh,
everything.
absolutely. So,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, it's well, I wouldn't say funny, but it's so it's interesting, you know, when you hear of someone literally, like I said, moving to perfect, not only perfect your craft, but also to, you know, live out your dreams. I have personally known so many people in the industry that only get so far because, you know, they let doubt kind of sink in, or you know, it happened for them as quickly as they wanted to. Was there ever a time that you thought, okay, I'm not exactly where I want to be. I'm just going to maybe go into acting or go into something completely different? Have you ever thought of something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I still think about it. It's hard not to think about that, you know? Like
Yeah,
it's frustrating sometimes, but I don't think it's ever something that like I'm never gonna give up. Like I
yeah,
can't. It's who I am. I'm gonna make music anyway, so it doesn't
yeah,
matter. I may as well put it out, you know? Yeah.
don't give up. You really do have something special. Do
Thank
not give
you.
up. Now, we were talking about that you had performed at some of the hottest spots. What was your most memorable one?
Exit In. I actually have the Exit In tattoo.
Oh, wow. How cool.
Yeah. So what
So
happened
I
was,
was going to say, for those who don't know what is Exit, can you give us some more insight on that?
yeah, the Exit In, it's in
The
Nashville.
Exit in, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I mean, honestly, like I didn't know either. And me and my friend got some sushi one day. It was like two years ago. We were getting some sushi. I got veggie sushi. And we were just taking a walk, and we met this bouncer at the Exit In. His name's Alex. And we were just talking about how I just moved here, and he was like, "Yeah, well, we're putting on a show. Like, we need some artists," and I ended up doing it. And my dad was actually in town for the show
Oh,
for
nice.
his birthday, because I think the show was like November like 7th, and
Okay.
my dad's birthday is November 11th. So he was in town, and I actually sang "Crying" on stage and surprised him.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know he probably was crying himself.
I like barely ever seen my dad cry, but
Um,
maybe on the inside.
yeah, I'm sure it was heartfelt,
Yeah.
touching to him.
So that was really fun. And like so many great people have performed at the Exit In, and all of their
Yeah.
names are on the wall. You get your
Oh,
name on the
wow.
wall if you sell out a show. So,
Any celebrities we know or anyone that we know?
oh gosh, there's so many. I have a picture on my Facebook actually.
Oh,
I just
wow.
got the memories. So I shared it, and there's a bunch of names you'll see on the wall, and
Oh
that's
my
like
gosh.
one section. Johnny Cash, like
Wow.
there's so many. Yeah.
How cool is that? Just to think, that you performed in one of the spots that, the celebrities, that we know, that we look at, that we admire, have performed. How cool is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
And then, like I said, how many years later are you going to be in front of another camera, another, TV show, saying someone's going to be saying, yeah, I was in the Exit In and I seen Abigail Jerry's name on there. How cool is that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this is the whole progression of seeing a celebrity. Like I said, a celebrity we aspire, we actually love and admire, and to think so many years down the road, somebody else is going to be thinking the same way about you. I mean,
That's
that kind of,
amazing.
right? It's amazing. Kind of blows your mind when you really think about that. But that's what artists do. They pay it forward, So I can't wait. I'm excited to see all the great things you have in store. Like I said, you're literally doing what most people have dreamed about, maybe don't even have the nerve to do, but you are a living example. And
Thank
I'm hoping it
you.
would be a motivation for someone who's looking out just now, who, a singer, a designer, a model. They're like, you know what? I know someone that did it. She's very successful, and I could do it too. How about
Oh,
that?
you're gonna make me cry. Yeah.
Well, it's true. Oh, I'm sorry, Abigail.
No.
But it is
Okay.
really true that you think about it, where you were, where you are, and where you're looking to be. And there's so many people coming from behind. I hate to say behind, but you know what I mean, that are coming up to the
Yeah.
same spot we're in and moving and want to move forward. So yeah, just gotta think about it sometimes. Like you said, take your time, take some time to think about that. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, you have, especially as an artist, you have to take time to,
Yeah.
recollect everything
Yeah.
and just focus on like not focusing.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. So we talked about moving. I've talked a lot about you moving to Nashville because I'm just in awe of you doing it. I know you spoke about it and you did it. What has your experience thus far have been in Nashville? I know we talked about you being on some of the, some of the hottest stages. You have uh, talked and spoken to some really great people out there. What has your experience been?
I mean, like I said, it's just so many talented people.
Yeah.
I co-write a lot. I
Oh,
I co-wrote in Pittsburgh, I co-wrote with
yeah.
like hip hop artists and stuff too in Pittsburgh, and that was amazing. And I love working with hip hop artists.
Yeah.
But I didn't co-write as much as I do here.
Right.
And it's just there's pop artists, people think it's just country, but there's pop, there's country,
Yeah.
there's hip hop, there's jazz, there's
Yeah.
blues jams. Like it's awesome just meeting so many talented people. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really the main thing of it, and just connecting with those people, because it's all about connections. Like life is all about connections, and the
That's
music
true.
industry is all about
Oh,
connections. And
yes.
yeah,
Absolutely. So
yeah.
I've heard from a little birdie that you travel outside of Nashville. Like I said, another hot spot. Can you talk a little bit about where you went?
I went to LA in January.
No. How
Yeah,
was that experience?
it was amazing. I went alone, but I stayed somewhere with somebody that I knew.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, it was great. I mean, I went to the beaches, and I was just thinking about how, like, oh man, if I lived out here part-time, like for the summers or something, or
Yeah.
for the winters when it's cold here. Like I could just go to the beach and then go to the studio, and I just feel like that would be such a good thing as
Yeah.
an artist, to just be able to go to the beach and then go hit the studio and just have that time to relax
Oh,
before on the
yes.
beach, and that time to not focus, and then that time to focus. Like,
Yes.
yeah,
Only to aspire to, like you said, on the beach 1 minute, then in the studio the next. I mean,
so
that's,
amazing.
yeah, I'm going to say that's an artist's dream.
Yes.
So, with the pandemic, everything has been pretty much put to a halt. How has COVID affected your singing career, or it haven't?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely not performing nearly as
Yeah,
much. I think I performed maybe twice this year, like earlier in the
yeah,
year. I mean, they're having performances again now, but I
mm,
haven't gotten back to performing yet, just because,
yeah,
like, the cases are rising again and
yeah.
stuff. And I'm focusing on recording more.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
I'm focusing on being like a little bit more consistent with my releases. So I have been able to prepare for 2021 a little bit better. So
Wonderful.
I have a really fun release for the summer of
Oh.
2021. Like I am so excited.
Is this going to be something we can jam to, a dance jam?
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of similar to like a lighter, my song Lighter and my song Let's Play, kind of like the vibe of those, but like
Oh,
the
nice.
concept is what I'm super excited for. And I
Oh,
cannot reveal that yet, but I'm so
okay.
excited. It's gonna be fun.
Well, we're going to be looking out for it. And hopefully, Style and Glam Runway would be able to be the first to release it, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I would love that. I would love that. So, what are some of your upcoming projects or any upcoming collaborations?
So I still am working with a couple Pittsburgh artists.
Oh,
'Cause I love my Pittsburgh artists.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, we got a couple Pittsburgh artists that I'm collaborating with. One that I started with over the summer, and then there's a few that I'm talking to about
Okay.
collaborating with, that it's gonna happen. And yeah, and then my producer down here in Nashville also sings, so him and
Oh,
I are gonna collaborate as well. We've also already started a song. It's halfway finished, so
oh, cool. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear that you're going to be putting out more songs, more dance songs so we can groove to it.
Yeah. Yeah. The song early 2021 Hang It Up is it's gonna be a fun one too.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So, Abigail, if somebody wanted to reach you for maybe a collaboration or just performing somewhere, how could they get a hold of you?
So you can just go to my Instagram. It's just Abigail Jerri, AbigailJerri. A lot of people spell the first or last name wrong, but yeah, Jerry with an I at the end. And so you
Awesome.
can go to my Instagram. It's there. It's just my name, and then also my email is abigailjerri94@gmail.com. So
Wonderful.
yeah.
So I want to say thank you so much, Abigail. I enjoyed us kind of getting, I mean, it's been a while since we could actually talk and catch up. So thank you so much. But guys, if you want to connect with anyone that I interviewed, if you want to connect with Abigail or myself, please contact us at www.styleandglamrunway.com. And we'll be seeing you soon. Bye.